Hey, Vinyl Community, Jeff back again with a couple random pickups from recently that I wanted to show real quick. So yeah, let's just jump right into this. So I picked this up, actually I bought some stuff online and this guy had this record, and so I went ahead and ordered it because I've been looking for it for a long time and I just never see this. Lynyrd Skynyrd's 1991. Now, if you're not familiar with the Lynyrd Skynyrd story, probably most of you are, but I'm sure all you know, they had all the big hits in the 70s. They had a plane crash in like 77, and then the band kind of, obviously dissipated. The singer and a bunch of other people in the band were killed in that crash. The remaining members went on to do things like, well, I showed the Alan Collins band that I picked up recently. They did Rossington Collins, that band there. A lot of the guys did a lot of that stuff. So the music continued. In 1987, 10 years after the crash, they did a reunion show and a live show where they brought in the former singer's brother to sing. So Johnny came in to sing for Ronnie, and the band with the original members came back, and they did a reunion show with their younger brother, Johnny, on vocals. And it was supposed to be a one and done type thing, but I guess it went over fairly well, and so the band decided to reform with Johnny on vocals, taking over for his brother who had passed away, and they brought in other members and created Lynyrd Skynyrd again. And the first album they came out with was 1991, in the year 1991. And so Lynyrd Skynyrd reformed with most all the original members, I believe, initially, or at least on the a lot of the core members. Yeah, so you had Gary Rossington, Ed King, he was a former member. Randall Hall on guitars, Leon Wilkerson on bass was back, Billy Powell on keyboards, Artemis Powell on drums, and Johnny Van Zant. So it was pretty much the remaining members who were still around, with a couple others to fill in the gaps. And they released this album. It's a really great album. One of the last couple released on vinyl, because this was 1991. They had another great album after this, The Last Rebel, also on vinyl. Hard to find because I think it was only on vinyl overseas. Slight member changes at that point. I know they had a different drummer and some other things. But anyway, Johnny and Gary and Leon and all those guys went on to keep putting albums out. And this album, The Last Rebel and the one after that, are like in Europe only on vinyl, and I really would like to get those. I think maybe even the third one might have been also on vinyl. And then basically we're in the middle of the 90s. We got no more vinyl releases, and they've done quite a few albums since then. And I showed where I had picked up recently the God and Guns album, which is probably 10 years old now at least. And that's one of their later albums. So hopefully, I don't know if they're going to work backwards through the catalog, but Last Rebel is one of my favorite albums. I really hope they bring that out. Was glad to see this one. This one's a little more readily available. It's not super cheap. It's not super expensive. But anyways, I found a copy that was in really great condition, so I grabbed that. And there you go. So there are, I love the new era of Skynyrd. I've seen them in concert numerous times. Unfortunately, when they're in concert, as with so many bands, they never play anything from the new albums, even though the new albums are excellent. I think if the radio stations would play them, they could be just as popular as they were. Just a lot of great southern hard rock and stuff. And they've done so many great albums since 1991 that go unheard of because nobody plays them. And in concert, they don't play them. Ramble, rant over. I hate it when bands, the rant's not over. I hate it when bands come back and put out great albums and when they go in concert, they never play them because people only want to hear the hits. And it's just frustrating. I mean, Kiss is an idea as another example. They've done a lot of what I consider pretty great albums, and they may play one song from those albums. Instead, it's always, same with Skynyrd. They just become tribute bands to themselves, and they don't play their modern stuff that they can continue on, and if the stations would play them. But okay, rant over now. Halloween, the new Halloween. I picked this up from Amazon for $14. Double record set. So another one of those price drops. I don't know why. I didn't see any damage. It was unopened. Or was there maybe a ding somewhere? I don't know. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Maybe that's it. I remember seeing something. Now the corner has a little bend. Who cares? Double record set. What color? I think this is blue-ish. Blue and white marble. Multiple colors of this out there. And had I known, I wouldn't have waited. I grabbed this again for $14. Double record set, brand new. No complaints at all. And then I realized, not only are there multiple different color variants, not a big deal. I'm not a color variant collector, but there's also a 3-record set edition. Now, I probably should have held out for that because I always love getting a little more. So there is a 3-record set with got a handful of new songs or different songs, and I didn't look up to see, are they don't look like demos, are they just new songs that didn't make it, B-sides, I don't know, but I love having extras. But when this one fell into my lap for $14, I grabbed it. So thank you, Amazon. Yeah, the blue-white marbled vinyl. Thank you for another price drop. Minor ding. Been on my wish list for a long time, so at least now I finally have this. And again, I have quite a few in the Halloween collection I need to pick up. But here's another mark off of the collection of Halloween. And that's it for these two. I just wanted to show these two recent finds. One brand new to me, but old, and great stuff. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. Rock on and rock hard.